game tonight that you can possibly bet on in American sports. If you followed us on our podcast, it is the fastest growing podcast in the action show. We're downloaded in 50 different countries, all 50 states. And the main reason we're doing that is because we have the best sports bettors in the world on this show. We start with the very best. And when I say the very best, there is no second, there is no third, there is no fourth. 64.8%, that's all you got to say. That's what he was in the NFL last year. This past Sunday, he was 9-4 on golf. He was 4-0 on different sports. One of them was a massive 2% bet. Some people call that a legendary day. The Philly Godfather calls it Sunday. He is the Philly Godfather. He is Steve Maltepe. Steve, how you doing today, my brother?
Good, just trying to make some more money. We had an unbelievable week last week. Our VIP members are now up over 150 positions on the year. And you got to remember, we had basically a 3-month work stoppage with the whole Corona mess. So those numbers, I mean, it's going to be another legendary season. I hope everyone's enjoying all the winning. And I hope you guys love the show.
Hey, if you break that down, most sports bettors will tell you bet with a 1% bet per payroll. So you have $10,000, that makes you a $100 better. If you're betting that $100, you're up 150% on your bankroll. That is what you have returned. Warren Buffett became the richest man in the world by having a 23% per annum return. That's what we do on this show. Hey, and we're not even halfway finished with the year once you count in how many sports are coming up later. He is called the future of sports betting. He is one half of the college kids. He is Matt. Matt, you ready to go today?
I'm a hella ready.
And I want to tell you something. I just want to be the 8 ball. I want to carry that 8 ball around. I want to have the cool glasses. I want to be you. I've never seen anybody handicap more games in one day than 8 ball does 7 days a freaking week. It's unbelievable, young man. You have made me and Coach a lot of money along with all your followers. 8 ball, how you doing, brother?
Feeling good. Ready to break down some games.
And our other friend on this show, he is 2 words, Coach Rules.
Coach Rules.
2 weeks ago, he said, don't bet DeChambeau in the Memorial. DeChambeau is going to have problems with Jack Nicklaus Ruff. What happened? Don't bet DeChambeau. That was the bet. The next week, he says, don't bet Brooks Koepka. Brooks Koepka was the favorite to win the tournament. Coach goes off and says, this audacious claim, Koepka won't even make the cut. All right, come on, Coach. What happened? Koepka doesn't make the cut. Jonathan Coachman, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. This is a true story. Last night, the Godfather and Maddie, the college kids, have been so hot. I took their 4 combined baseball picks, and then
Coach got so excited he froze up on
parlay. That's the LA Angels, because I live 20 minutes from the stadium. I was thinking, what could be my fifth pick, my fifth game, and I said, oh, it just came to me. And did you see how the Angels won last night? Walk-off 2-run home run, $100 parlay, 5-spot, $1,200. Kaboom! Thanks to the boys. Let's go.
Coach, those aren't
true
like
story.
That's not a thong, is it? Those LA Angels or whatever you held up. Is that a thong?
Yeah,
seriously.
Yeah, you sent it to me from your collection.
I dang sure did, and I didn't wash it either. Yes, sir. Coach, you ever see me in a thong? I got more ass than a donkey farm. It ain't a pretty sight, my man. Tell me to haul ass. It'd take about 4 trips. Hey, let's get right to the games. We're going to tell you where all the sharp money is going. Let's start right off with baseball. We got a ton of games today. This one kicks off first pitch here in just a few minutes. The Houston Astros with Greinke on the mound. They're 12-10 right now. Taking on the Colorado Rockies at 13-9. Senzatella on the mound. Rockies the dog at +170. Astros are -200. The wind is blowing in at 93 degrees. Probably won't matter because the roof is going to be closed. 8.5 is the over-under. Philly Godfather, where do you got the money going?
Yeah, this line opened up with the Astros being a heavy favorite, -180. It's ballooned up to as high as 205 at some of the sharper offshore sports books. The total opened up at 9. It's down to 8.5, so there has been some movement on the total. There's really been no sharp money on the game. If you want to be a contrarian sports bettor, you would look to bet Colorado here, but I'm not betting against Greinke or the Houston Astros. As of right now, the money's basically split 50-50 on the side. The run line is a little heavy with Colorado. People are taking the +1.5 runs there. The total's 50-50, but I think this total is going to continue to drop a little bit. I think the under might be the move here.
The next game is the San Diego Padres with Moran on the mound with playing the Texas Rangers in Arlington with Minor on the mound, their ace. This is one of the highest wind blowing in. It's blowing in directly from left field at 11 miles per hour. However, it's 93 degrees. The over-under stands at 9. San Diego is the dog at -120. Texas is even. Philly Godfather, where is money going?
Yeah, this line originally opened up with San Diego being right around a -105 favorite. It shot up to -115. The total opened up at 10, and like you said, with the wind blowing in, it's down to 9. I see it juiced 9 -120 towards the under. Right now, the bet splits about 55% of the money is on the Padres. The run line, they're betting Texas plus the 1.5 on the run line, and the total, they're betting the over. For some reason, right around 64% of all tickets placed on the total has been on the over, John.
Yeah, let's give it my Johnny. That remember last night that San Diego got they were all in the headlines today all over Sports Center because Tatis hit that 3-0 pitch. Was ridiculous. Hit a grand slam on a 3-0 pitch. They won big last night. I think they're going to be pissed off today. I think that's why a lot of people, Godfather, are on San Diego today.
Yeah, and there's one betting syndicate that I respect. They nibbled on Texas a little bit with Minor, but other than that, I mean that's about it for the sharp money on that game.
Coach, did you take San Diego there?
I was going to play the over because the Rangers have been good on the over no matter who they're playing lately. If I was going to play this game, it was going to be on the over, but I'm going to wait till closer to 4 o'clock to see where it's at.
And just so you know, 93 degrees, ball flies a little further, but the wind blowing in from left field 11 miles an hour.
Can I get max limits on the under, please? Do you love this game, Coach? Just tell me you love the game, because you loved O'Malley the other night, and that horse broke its leg. I mean, what the hell happened? What are you doing?
I cannot believe that I make one pick for a lifetime, and the dude breaks his knee, breaks his ankle, breaks every tendon in his damn leg. I'm never calling somebody out like that again, because we're going to be $1 million show, and you guys are still going to be slapping me upside the head with that stupid pick.
Coach, in all seriousness, we've forgotten all about it. You did say that he was the next Conor McGregor.
Hey, now, Conor McGregor has lost several times. It doesn't always matter if he wins or loses. It's about the entertainment factor.
Conor McGregor never broke his leg on the handshake.
You got some strong powers there, Coach. I don't know how you do it. Those mystical powers are working.
Mike Miners may end up with a broken leg today on the Texas Rangers mound down in Arlington.
Oh, God.
So, Coach, you might want to hold up your thumb again because we got your LA Angels coming up, who are a huge favorite. There you go, Coach. The LA Angels are 8-15 right now, playing the Giants, who are 8-16. Bundy goes to the mound for the Angels. Cahill goes to the mound for the Giants. Plus 210 is the Giants and dog. Minus 250 are the Angels. The wind is blowing directly into right field at 7 miles per hour. 88 degrees is the temperature at game time. The over stands at over 9.5. Billy Godfather.
Yeah, with Bundy pitching, this line opened up. The Angels minus 230. The sharper sports books really haven't moved off that number. Some of the square books have gone up to as high as minus 150. I'm looking at the screen right now. The total went from 9.5. It's basically starting to go. You're starting to see it juice a little bit towards the over at some of the sharper sports books. 9.5 minus 115. The bet splits right now, about 60% of all the action being placed is on the Angels. 72% of the money is on the run line on the Angels as well. The total is basically a 50-50 split. But there is a sharp betting group who's taking the dog here. I guess they like the plus money, but I'm not touching the game.
Godfather, if you look at the last 4 games the Giants have had, they gave up 5 on Friday to lose. They gave up 3 in the 9th on Saturday to lose. And last night they lose in a walk-off fashion that won me a 5-team parlay. I would never touch the Giants right now. Are you kidding me?
No, I can't touch that team either. Even though there is some sharp money on that team, I'm not touching it.
I don't want to be on that list.
Yeah.
Coach, quick question. Did you win a parlay yesterday?
I did. A 5-team parlay with a 2-run home run walk-off. Yes, I did.
2 words.
Coach rules, baby.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
All right, Coach. We've got now next game coming up. The Oakland A's, the hottest team in baseball, 16-7, taking on the Diamondbacks. The Snakes out of Arizona at 2011. Diamondbacks send Weaver to the mound. The A's send Montas. The A's are the favorite at minus 156. The D-backs are plus 136. The wind is negligible, so is the temperature, even if it's 109 degrees, because the roof will most likely be closed. In Phoenix, the over-under stands at 9. Philly got, by the way, you got the money.
Yeah, this line originally opened up with Oakland, with Montas being right around a minus 160 favorite. And it's quite surprisingly, I mean, Montas has pitched pretty well. This line has dropped 15 cents at some of the sharper offshore sports books. I'm looking at Pinnacle right now, and they're at minus 145. The bet splits, everyone's betting Oakland here. About 80% of the money is on Oakland. 75% of the money is on the run line as well. The totals, they're taking the over in this one. About 70% of all tickets punched by the recreational sports bettor has been on the over. And there is some sharp money on the dog here at Arizona. Two of the sharpest sports betting syndicates that I respect, that I associate with, is on the dog here.
I hate to hear that, because this is one of the games that I liked as far as picking a game myself. I like the A's, the first 5. Montas has had 2 or fewer runs in all 4 of his starts this year. Weaver has had 18 runs in 13 and a half innings that he pitched. So I like the A's as far as first 5 winning on the money line.
Yeah, which is why you're going to lose. Because if you remember last night, the Godfather gave us Arizona as one of our picks. He was in that 5-team parlay. They won in walk-off fashion as well. They also swept the Padres over the weekend 3 straight. So they've won 4 straight. So to me, I can't believe they're this big of an underdog. If I'm playing, and I probably will, I'm taking the Diamondbacks, Johnny.
Yeah, and if you look at last night, though, Arizona had so many opportunities to score, and they almost gave up the game. They were winning the whole game. Looked like an easy victory. Oakland tied it up, and then they came back and they won, like you said, 4-3. But this Oakland team is very dangerous. They got one of the best run differentials in baseball, and they're always in the game no matter what the score is. This is that type of team that can always come back.
That's right.
Yeah, I do lean Arizona as well. The only problem is Weaver scares me a little bit. He's been a little shaky throughout the year. Montez's velocity numbers on his pitches have gone down, but he's still pitching awesome. I mean, I do lean the dog here as well.
Yeah, especially if you're a contrarian type of sports bettor. It's always good if you're looking to bet it contrarianly, and the sharp money is also on your side as well. So when those two things match up, usually you can cash a ticket.
And the contrarian bet here, Steve, just to clarify, is
Arizona,
taking Arizona.
Yeah.
I might lower my bet just a little bit for that.
I'm making my bet right now. When I heard you were betting, I'm making it right now, Johnny.
I'm betting on Weaver breaking his leg, Coach. A team that couldn't find a home, the Toronto Blue Jays, is up next. They're 8-11 right now, playing the Baltimore O's, who are 12-10. LeBlanc going to the mound for the O's. Pearson going for the Blue Jays. The wind is blowing out at a negligible 4 miles per hour straight into right field, 86 degrees. I think I said Blue Jays minus 140, O's plus 120. The over stands at 10. Philly Godfather, where you got the money?
Yeah, originally this line opened up with Toronto being about a 130 favorite. Some of the sharper offshore books have moved this line about 5 cents. They're up to 135. Some of the square books, I see it right around 140. As of right now, 70% of all the tickets placed on the money line are on the Blue Jays. 54% of all the run line bets are also on Toronto. The total, they're betting the over here like they got tomorrow's newspaper. The public's about 85% of all tickets placed so far has been on the over. We've seen that line move from 9.5 to 10. The over's starting to get slightly juiced, 105, 107 is some of the sharper sports books. There's really no sharp action on this matchup.
Matt, did you have something on this game?
We actually did. We didn't go over for the full game, but we went over first 5, over 5.5. When we look at Pearson, look at his game log. First, against the Nats, he gave up 2 walks, then the Braves 3 walks, and the next game 4 walks. Throughout the games, he's given up 1 more walk each time. And throughout all of those 3 teams, none of them have been hitting like Baltimore has. Baltimore, they're coming in 4th best in slugging percentage. They're 8th best in OBP. And when we look at LeBlanc, every game he's given up a home run in every game except for the first one. In 4 games, he's given up 24 hits and 14 runs. And that's 17 innings pitched where he's given up 21 hits and 14 runs, which is a lot. The last 3 games, Toronto's hitting the ball so well. They're honestly on fire. They're the 9th best team in OBP. It's a big jump from being around 20th range throughout the year. Toronto in 32 at-bats against LeBlanc, they hold a 30.361 OBP and a 1.139 OPS. So I think both of these starting pitchers are going to be rocked. But the full game total might not go over. Both these bullpens have been above average throughout the year. So I like first 5.
Over first 5. Next game we have up is a big matchup. I'm sorry, did you say something, 8-Ball?
No, I didn't say that.
No, I apologize. Let's get this done.
Now,
Trying to
Coach
take
was
notes.
mumbling something. Hopefully, he doesn't love that game. Somebody's
Oh,
in
my
trouble.
goodness. I'm telling you.
I was writing it down so I can play it here in a second. I'm trying to do everything. Social media, make my picks, write down your picks. Damn.
You're a one-man band, Coach.
Shout out to Tennessee Cash, constant supporter as well. He's in the chat. ST94 is out here. I think he's speaking Chinese. I don't know what you're saying, brother, but thanks for the support. We have B Cat saying this is awesome information. Appreciate it, fellas. Thank you guys for the support. Keep on chatting. Send us any questions in the chat, and we'll answer them.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, we'll be happy to. And speak Chinese, Mandarin, whatever the heck you want to speak. We'll try to speak back to you. I barely speak English. Hell, I'm from Texas. So the next game comes up, big matchup. Tampa Bay, the Rays, 14-9, with Snell going on the mound against the New York Yankees, 16-6, putting Tanaka on the mound. The Rays are -122. The Yankees are +102. The wind is blowing out at 5 miles per hour at Yankee Stadium by 85 degrees. At game time, the over-under stands at 8.5. Billy Godfather, where is the money headed?
Yeah, this line originally opened up with Tanaka being a -$1.25 favorite, right around -125. And we've seen a 50 cents move on this game. As of right now, Tampa Bay has become the favorite, anywhere from -122 to 130, depending on where you shop, offshore or in the States. Right now, about 60% of all the tickets placed have been on the Yankees. I mean, the recreational sports bettor loves betting this team, and they've been cashing for them with a 16-6 record. They've won 72% of their games on the season. They're also betting them on the run line. About 75% of all the money on the run line is on the Yankees as well. When it comes to the total at 8.5, it opened up 8.5 -10. Now it's starting to get juiced towards the over. Right around 60% of all the money tickets placed offshore and in the States has been on the over in this matchup as well.
Yeah, I should have
People
talked to
need-
you. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Coach.
People need to keep in mind that part of the reason people are going with the Rays, and part of the reason I would go with the Rays too, is the Yankees, even though they're great at home, they're without their 3 biggest stars. Their go-to guy in DJ LeMahieu out, Stanton out, Aaron Judge out. So 3 of their biggest guns are out right now.
Yep, and I was going to say that I kind of like the Yankees here because of the bullpen, but the more you guys talk, the more I don't like the Yankees. So I may wait till tomorrow to bet them. I was hoping they'd get through Snell and get to the bullpen, but that may not happen.
Well, Snell's pitched really well against the Yankees. This Yankees lineup, he's held them to a .196 batting average. He's only given up 24 hits with 42 strikeouts and 112